Could you please welcome Allison Mooney?
So my question to you today is, there's so many people out there that are different from you. And, you know, story connects us, and I just want to share a little bit about my story. Because after 20 years of marriage, and it was when I actually changed careers as well, I came home one night and I saw my dear husband lying on the couch watching TV and eating. He'd blended into the furniture. Has anybody got one that blends into the furniture? And I thought, really, do I have to go another 20 years in this round with a man so different from me? The only thing that we've got in common is that we got married on the same day. That's a worry, isn't it? It's giving people license to get out of relationships when they don't need to. And I'm going to share with you a tool that absolutely transformed my marriage. I know if you take this simple tool, it will be transformational to you. You may have a weird person in your life. Does anybody know a weird person? Who works with weird people? Who lives with weird people? Who used to live with somebody that was weird? You know, those people that want to sort you out, the very same people that you want to sort out. Maybe they're not weird. Maybe they are wired a certain way. I love it that Hippocrates, 2,400 years ago, he knew people were different too, and he claimed that we come pre-packaged with a particular frame of reference. We are wired with this most magnificent part to us called personality. And understanding our wiring can help us in communicating better. Different, but not wrong, just different. All right, we're going to start with this group here. These are the easiest to identify. Can you step forward, please? These are our playfuls. Playfuls, parties, waiting to happen. They've only come here tonight to have a bit of fun. Look at the glitz on them, for goodness sake. Look at that. It's just like really party time. Oh, look. Does any of you have a tattoo on you? It's usually a talking point, but that's a beautiful visual. These people are stylish. When they're walking around the roads and if they're down in the shops, they see their reflection in the window and think, man, do I look good today? You hear these people before you see them. Everything about them is wide and open. When they talk with great gestures, fun-loving, always got a smile on their face. They get themselves into the most trouble, all right? Just fun-loving, and they got to touch you. When you get close to them, they have to climb on your neck, and they have to touch. They have this just, the human part of them is they have to touch. Now, they do have these smiling eyes, and that's what's the big giveaway. Now, the interesting part about them, stylish, and their strength, their signature strength above all the others, is that they are relationally strong, extremely strong, and they desire fun. So, how do you see these people? When they come through a room, they yell out, hello, I've arrived, the party can start, you know, and they just wiggle everywhere. If you put tape over their mouth and still talk, they just have this lovely fun way about them. Yes, definitely, these are our playfuls. Now, opposite to these ones, could you take a step forward? These are our blues, is that right? The precise. Beautifully groomed, very classic. These are stylish. These ones are classic. I'm not going to get too close to them because I'd like to pick lint off me. It's just who they are. A place for everything, everything in its place. Well-mannered, meticulous, classic. They walk like Audrey Hepburn. That's just who they are. They walk with poise and grace. They think before they talk. The playfuls, they speak to hear their thoughts. Can you see the difference? The playfuls will talk on any subject with or without information. Now, a precise will only speak when you ask them something. They share on a need-to-know basis rather than giving it all out there. Now, these ones are procedurally strong. Usually, playfuls are attracted to an opposite. Opposites work. And this is the sad part, that, before marriage, we're fascinated by that opposite. And then when we get married, we're frustrated by that opposite. What happens? Just by a little certificate, it all goes like that. Now, these ones are more reserved. As I say, they're the most brilliant of all types. Most intelligent because they're curious. They do actually want to ask a lot of questions before they'll respond in any way. These ones, you need to know how to speak with them because they speak a different language than the playfuls. Procedurally strong, their desire is to get it right. That's really important to them. Mistakes are something that they find difficult to handle. Would that be correct? Yes. Yes, it's amazing. You wouldn't leave the dishes at night, would you? You'd have to do the dishes before you go to bed. Yes. I'm going to talk to your type shortly, so thank you very much. Our classics, give them a hand. Step forward, you beautiful peacefuls. Aren't they peaceful looking? I mean, looking at them, I just feel relaxed. Now, you better have one of these people on your team because there's no one like them. They're steady, dependable. These are they are internally strong. If you think that other group there, the assertive, decisive, are strong, you have met your match here. They just smile sweetly, but you can't get them to do something if they don't want to do it because that's just how they are. Very relaxed, easy to be with. Their whole thinking is, why stand when you can sit? Why sit when you can lie down? I commend you for being here tonight because you see, the thing about the peacefuls that you need to know is they work hard for rest. Rest is their reward. You don't ring these people up at 8 o'clock at night and say, let's go down to the pub. They'll say, what? I've just worked all day. I'm just nestling into my lazy boy and I've got my remote here. This is just who they are. They're very easy to be with. And you're going to find out tonight that these people now are looking in business to be the better leaders and managers. Why? Because they're not impacted by externals. They are internally strong, not impacted by externals, so therefore they can work in any environment. Where there's tensions, when people are working administratively, they're very good at that. They are the funniest people on this earth, but you might have to wait 17 years before it comes out. Funny, dry wit. But they wouldn't smile, that's energy. I'm collecting bumper stickers, and for the peacefuls I always say, smile, first thing in the morning, get it over and done with. Beautiful people, and as I say, internally strong. Their desire is no conflict. And man, we need these people in our world. You're going to go home and appreciate powerful step forward. Yes, look at them. Ooh, we only need a couple of these ones, let me tell you, on the team. Now, I know that James has got a blend. I think James is a powerful playful. Now, how can I tell it? Because he's smiling all the time, just doesn't stop smiling. So, that's just who they are. Now, James thinks like this: do things my way and you'll have fun. If you don't, you won't. Okay, now the powerful, they are externally strong. Remember, relationally strong, procedurally strong, internally strong, and these ones are externally strong. They have a presence about them. When they come into a room, they just bring themselves and tensions or energies. They're just focused, very focused people. They're easy to spot. Why? Because they speak in Reader's Digest condensed version. Short, to the point logic. Now, I've got a daughter. She gives me permission to live in my own house. Has anybody got one of them? She's actually 38, so goodness me. I stutter around her and she rolls her eyes and she said, Mum, you're a professional speaker and you can't even get your words out. I mean, these people just intimidate you if you don't understand where they come from. They're teddy bears. But they have this focus, they're very much focused on the big picture, they are visionaries. We're going to talk about that shortly. So these powerfuls, I always say no test needed. These are the judge, jury and executioner all in one. And they talk in Reader's Digest, so they're short to the point. Now I'm going to have to tell you about my grandson, that when he was born, the joy of my life happened because he was another powerful. And I just smiled. Right into 1 hour into his life, I knew he was another powerful. And I'm going to tell you about that story. But powerfuls are very interesting. There's no one like them to succeed. They just have this mindset, and they've got to produce. Their greatest fear is loss of job and sickness. Why? Because they're wired to produce. They think in terms of being a human machine. They would rather work a 40-hour day than a 40-hour week. And usually they're married to the peaceful over there. And the peaceful, he comes home or she comes home and says, "Oh, what have you done today?" And the peaceful will go, they can't think of one thing that they've done. Because these people want to be known for what they do. The peaceful want to be known for who they are. Can you see the difference? And if you don't get into the shoes of others, you're going to be like the pilot, not connecting with others. Oh, I love talking about leadership. Is leadership, because these are our natural born leaders. And is leadership nature nurture? Are we born with leadership? I truly believe that the human spirit is wired and destined to be a leader. Every one of you in this room has the ability to lead, but we may lead in a different way. There are reluctant leaders in the room. And I would love for you to discover your leadership style, because then you become magnificent. Then you stand out in the crowd. Now you have a tool, and all I'm doing is giving you a tool to live life well. Thank you very much.